So here we have iRacing. We're at Indianapolis and we've got the Ford Fusion 6 Gen. I've just turned a couple of laps just to see what I can turn as a time, and at the moment I'm the slowest. Obviously I don't really like this track. I mean I don't like this car on this track, so, and I'm testing and I'm running fixed setup, so I'm expecting to be crap. I don't expect magic to come out of this car at the moment. So let's just turn a couple of laps and see how it handles and see what it's like on a fixed setup. I am not the greatest driver, I will say, on iRacing. I'm an amateur driver, I'd put myself as. I'm not really quite the greatest driver. Another thing is you'll find out when I'm concentrating really quite hard, I probably might go quiet. So yeah, apart from that, it's just testing and seeing how this car handles on this track, because obviously this car's only just come out and I've already hit the wall. That's a good start already. Let's see if I can still pull out a good lap from this. This thing doesn't like turning much. So yeah, legendary Indianapolis. It'd be better if I was in an Indy car, I reckon. I was on the brake tiny bit there, just to help a corner a bit. Full throttle and then I'm off again, and a little bit of, just a dab of brake just to help back end slide out from behind. And it's on the gas, a little bit loose, kept it fairly steady on the wheel there, and just I get on the brake quite early for this one, because I do. I mean, the more laps you turn, the better you get at it. So and that's what I'm doing really here. I'm just trying to turn a few laps to try and get better at how this track is, and try and work out what the best line is to take, and best entries and best exits to get. Obviously down the front stretch you're just flat out, and you just have to really slow the car up a bit to get it to corner. And yeah, you use the brake an awful lot to try and get it to do that one as well. A lot of drivers here on this use their brakes just to try and slide the back end to help it turn really. But I tend to try, what my idea is to go into the corner slow and try and get out fast. A lot of people tend to come in the corner really hot and hard, and then they lose a lot of speed coming out of the corner. But at the moment I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going particularly quick. I'm not braking out. Oh well, I just broke my fastest lap there. Not anymore. That was a slow lap. So if I mash my tab, this is the best lap. So this is going to be showing the difference between my lap from when my last lap was, and so this is telling me if I'm quicker than my best lap that I've done on here with this car. So I think this actually stays with me after when I go on to play this later on. It will tell me later on. A little bit loose. I'm going to pull in a pit and try and get some tyres, because I think tyres at the moment I probably scrubbed them quite well. So I'm going to call for a pit stop, and then I'm going to try and go faster, because I'm not going particularly quick. So pit lane on here is 55 for these, and it's a long and narrow pit lane. It's not a nice pit lane for these cars, especially when you're going too wide down the pit lane, because you're trying to pick first or trying to get out quick. So this pit lane's not nice. This is definitely like what I heard a couple of years ago from the Dale Earnhardt, when he said this pit lane's built for Indy cars, because it totally is. It's not designed for these big old sprint cars. It's not designed for any of the larger cars. It is done for the Indy cars. So here we go. I'm in my pit. Got optional repairs. That's because I hit the wall. It's probably that's probably trying to knock out some panel, because that's probably scrubbing my tyres. That's probably why my tyres gone to shit. So that was a fairly quick pit stop for me. These guys here are all doing they're all running together at the moment. Well, they were. They were running as a pack a minute ago. I don't know how they managed to do that one. I'd done this in a race mode, I'd have to, as you can tell, I'm in practice. So, but if I'd done this for a race, I'd have to definitely have to start at the back. It'd definitely be starting at the back, because at the back, yeah, okay, there's going to be accidents and wrecks, but at the back at least you got half a chance to try and stop when the caution come out. So as you can see here, I'm quite quick through the corner, and that's just because of these new tyres that I've put on, hopefully. The thing is, when they get hot, they get greasy, and when they get greasy, they get slower. So here we go. This is the start of the new lap with new tyres, and that was a fast first sector. So we can see at the moment I'm fast through the. I didn't lose much. Well, I lost a little bit of time in that corner. Now number 2. I'm not losing much time. There we go. I'm starting to gain time now. Here we go. I might get a quicker lap this time. Not by much, but I might get a quicker lap. If these next couple of corners go on well for us, I may turn a good lap. It looks like I might do it if I don't screw up in this next corner, which I'm losing my time slowly. There we go. So I brought it back again. I'm looking at a better time already, but not by much. I need to drop it by a hell of a lot to even get a fast enough lap to even thinking about beating people. So that time I ran the brakes too long for that corner, so I actually entered that corner slow, and that's just going to ruin this lap. So I can't really do much with this lap this time. I've wrecked it, and we're loose, and that's my car wrecked. Well, actually, I don't know. Let's. I've just taken you guys for a spin round Indianapolis. Quite literally took you guys for a spin. So let's pit this car and see what the damage is. Obviously, you guys can assess it and see how bad it really was. But let's see. Let's throw her in pits and get fuel and tyres. So we're back heavy again, because obviously when I pitted just a minute ago, I didn't get any fuel. Just got all 4s and all the optionals repairs. So let's throw in pits for the second time, and this will be the last set of laps, because I'm going to do it as if I've got a spare car out. So we'll pit this one, I'll get the next one out, and then if I wreck the next one, that'll be it for the video until I decide to do the race. And if I do the race, I'll give you guys all the highlights and show you what how bad I really am. That'll be the plan. But as you can tell, I'm really not that great at keeping pit limit speed. Pit limit speed's not great for me anyway. I'm a person who likes pit limiters. There we go, 48 seconds optional repairs for that spin there. I must have hit something fairly hard. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to stop the video. I'm going to cut this part out, edit. I don't know, I might edit, I might not. It depends, really. If you guys really want to sit there and watch me do 40 seconds of repairs, really. So as you can see, the engine's just turned itself off because I'm having my repairs done. I can actually turn it back on, but what will happen is it'll just turn itself off, just a bit like this. There you go, I turn my engine back on. The minute I sit for a bit too long, it'll turn it off automatically, so you're not wasting fuel or anything. So I've got 20 seconds left to repair. I'm ready in first gear. 10 seconds left in repair, and I'm going to start the engine up now. There we go, 10 seconds of repair. I'm just gonna sit here waiting for that moment of, oh no, I've moved forward. So I've just actually cancelled. Moving forward just a tiny bit tends to cancel off your repairs. So I think I had about 7 seconds left on it, but no, it can't be much. That must be just some metal rubs. Let's turn 2 more laps, and you guys would have had something like 10 laps. And let's open the throttle and let this engine roar. Let's see if I can get another good lap time. And I doubt I will, because I'm probably bound to mess it up, especially with the amount of damage I've had on this car. I haven't reset yet, so you guys have got a fairly clean car. I can tell you what, it feels loose. Yeah, on the brakes. Oh, and I backed it up into the wall. And I backed up into another wall. And I backed up into that wall. Oh dear, it's all just gone horribly wrong for me. So as you can see, I'm not the greatest race driver in the world, and it shows by my driving. I think I got that pack coming up behind me, so I'm just going to pull into this access road, or the off-road for the other cars, and wait for everyone to go by, because apparently I've got quite a screwed car. This guy's going to want me to race with him. What he doesn't realise is I've got a screwed up car. Oh, he's trying to catch this pack. He may be trying to catch these guys, because these guys are all running all together. Let's not hold people up. As if you can look in the, not the top mirror, but the second mirror, the actual game mirror, you can see my trunk there slightly bent up, and that's because of the amount of times I hit the wall. And yeah, you can see by this my car's quite damaged because it wasn't going to turn properly, so I'm just trying to save it from hitting that wall, and I failed on that as well. So as you can see, I'm not the world's greatest race car driver. Give me a different type of racetrack, I will say. Give me something like Daytona, Talladega, or any of the other smaller tracks. Indianapolis is a flat track, and it's one of those ones that kind of catches me out. I tell you what, I like Martinsville, and that's a flat track, a short flat track. That's a nice track actually. I don't know who can doubt Martinsville. Bristol's a fun track if you can get the setup right. If you get a right setup for Bristol, well, you can cook on that track and go good for a while. But this is iRacing. This is in the Gen6 Ford, and this is Indianapolis. So anyone out there who likes doing racing games, you subscribe for a year. You have this for a year. You get your own. You can use a joystick, touchscreen, which I think is a bit weird using a touchscreen on here. Who's going to use a touchscreen? And sorry for the people who do use a touchscreen. Or you can use a steering wheel, racing steering wheel, and I've got the Logitech G27, which for me is just enough. And I've got a button box, you know, a Derek Spears button box, which I'm able to configure all the buttons out to, which is all good. And I've got a couple of extra little things like my spotter, who's Dale Earnhardt's spotter, and yeah, you know, all the good things. I like to have a bit of a laugh with this. And if there's any if there's any Americans watching, there's actually a race team that I race with called Good Old Boys Racing. If you send me like a private message or a comment into the video, and I'll give you a link to go to their website and maybe get onto their TeamSpeak and join their league, because at the moment they've got a good league running, and they run four nights a week, and they run different cars. So different cars, different tracks, and you've got the road course and you've got the ovals that they run. So they're a varied league. So they do pretty much. They do a lot of things. It's something if you're interested in doing, is joining a league and doing that. GOB, Good Old Boys Racing League. Can't go wrong. They do live broadcast racing once a year, I think, maybe a bit more, 2 or 3 times a year. Depends on who's wanting to do it and what they're wanting to do it for, because sometimes they do it for a cause. Once again, GOB Racing League. I may put a link into this video for GOB, so have a good time. If you didn't watch all the video, never mind, you won't know about all this. And see you later, people.